Hello everyone, welcome back. It's Empyrion Galactic Survival Episode 11. I'm Enigmius, and today the tentatively named Battletoad is going off in search of action. We've made a few additions, I guess you could say. We've mostly finished off the front area. Very bizarre. I kind of realized that I was investing so much time into the build and that I didn't really have much of an idea of how it was going to perform in combat. So there were a lot of things that I could be doing that are just a waste of time because it's not going to work when I get into a fight. We also started messing around with the color gun and the texture gun, which is kind of fun. We painted the top white just because. And we started messing around on the walls of our outpost because it's our outpost, and if we want to mess around with them, we can. This was all wood before, that wood plank kind of texture and color. Now it's all white marble. And it doesn't change the characteristics of the material, it just changes the way it looks. And then down here, just a couple of the textures that you can apply. It doesn't cost anything, there's no ammunition or energy that you need for the weapons, the so-called weapons, to change the color and texture, so it's good. Apparently you can do the same thing in Space Engineers, at least with the color, but you can only do it in Creative, so that it's no good. We also marked off the entryways so that if it's dark and we need to rush back into the ship for some reason, it might be a little bit easier to do that. So that's what we've been doing. Oh, we might as well come around here and take a detailed look at the front. We upgraded the weaponry. We used to have 2 of these miniguns. Now we've got 6. And we've also got a total of 6 missile launchers, 3 on either side. The whole idea is need more firepower. And we're going to talk a little bit more about these miniguns as soon as we get into motion here, but we're wasting daylight. And if there's anything I've learned in this game, daylight is the time to be doing stuff because nighttime is just too damn dark. So we gotta open the doors and open the door and turn on the reactor, and all of a sudden it's super bright in here, which is fine. Did we bring... No, we need food. Alright, we brought along some ratatouille because that seemed like a good idea at the time. And now we are going to take off. It ascends rather nicely, and it rotates kind of okay, but it's another one of those things where if you want to get the most out of the rotation speed, you have to be using the arrow keys in conjunction with the mouse, which is not my favorite way to do things, because my left hand is on the keyboard and my right hand is on the mouse, so how the hell am I reaching for the arrow keys in a way that's convenient and comfortable? It's just a thing. The minigun issue, I'd actually gone out and kind of, picked a few fights, and I recorded about 45 minutes of footage, and it stopped recording after about 10 minutes, so we're having to do it all over again, and we're heading in a different direction now, so at least it seems like we're coming across things for the first time. But I found with the minigun, they were too far down on the chassis, so you have the crosshair that you would ideally be using to, find where you want to shoot, and it was way off because, first of all, the position of the guns and also gravity makes it a little bit more difficult. So there was that, and I found with just the 2 miniguns on target, when you do actually hit the target, 2 wasn't enough. You really want more than that, or at least I want more than that. So that's what I've been doing, is kind of tweaking. Oh, I see something. Could be just trees, or it could be danger. There's something over there too. This is a weird wall. It's like you can't fly through it. This orange thing, this barrier, I tried. It wouldn't let me fly through it. But this time around, I see something that looks unnatural over there. It could just be trees, but we also saw something over here that looks like it was flying and then landed. There's a rocket drone. Epsilon Outpost Mark 1. So this could be really cool or absolutely terrifying. My money is on terrifying because these outposts are no joke. These things are they are loaded, they're armed to the teeth and they aren't afraid to use it. And the downside to having so many guns on the front of the ship is that it's an easier target to get in there. One of the things that I read about was the suggestion that you not put your guns near your cockpit because the bad guys are going to be shooting at one or the other. And if they're too close together, it just makes it too easy to basically destroy your ship. Or at least put it in a position where you can't control it anymore, and then all it can do is either hover in the air until it runs out of fuel or crash. Which is cannon drone. Why is there a cannon drone down here? Is he just hanging out? Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to use the rocket launcher. I was trying to use the miniguns. This guy hits pretty hard, I think. The sound effects for this aren't really working so well. And he's training the cannon at me. There we go. With our ship, no less. We scored a kill. And I don't think we took much damage, if any at all. So now I actually want to touch down and loot this guy because I don't think I've ever killed a cannon drone before. Well, oh, look at that, we're right over top of him. The smoke was going right through our ship. There's a minigun drone coming, so we haven't got all day for this. We don't want that view, we want this view. And did my ship just... Okay, good. For a second there, it looked like it was sliding forward. So, nothing especially exciting, but it could also have been a lot worse. Look at this guy. Ever the enthusiast, it just wants to get going, and we almost jumped straight over it. I'm going to power down because I think we're going to be in there for a little while. And we're going to hop out. Now, I'm kind of expecting that we're going to get the troop ships, the troop transport ships, coming along and making a mess of things if they get the opportunity. We don't want to give them that opportunity. So there's stuff that we can use. I'm not going to complain about stuff we can use, but it's not exactly stuff that was high on our list. So this is apparently part of a crashed ship. So if I'm looking at this and saying, what good is it to me? The first thing that comes to my mind is look at all the bits and pieces that we can deconstruct, take with us. But also, this is the first time I've come across an in-game structure that might have good things in it that we can loot. So these are cargo boxes. What the hell is that? Neodymium ingot. We need those. We will definitely take those. That's kind of neat. So I just need to make sure that I know which key to press to switch to my shotgun while we're around here, because something tells me if I do come across the bad guys, they're going to be up close and personal. They aren't going to be 300 meters away looking at me through a sniper rifle. And this is why I was hoping to get out here during the day so we could actually see where we are and where we're going. That's a bit of a ways down there. I can apparently stand on this ledge wait for my jetpack to recharge as we very carefully parkour our way up to the top of this place. Oh, more containers. We like to see that. Oh no. No. Can you believe that? It was a trap. Right in the middle of the floor, there was a hole specifically to send me back down to the bottom. What a bunch of jerks. Well, that's okay. We can go back around. So far, all I hear is the normal wildlife minigun drone, 150 meters out. That means we kind of want to be quick, I think, because if we're not, we could find that it's been shooting at our ship the whole time that we've been goofing around, chasing after loot. Yeah, it's shooting at our ship. That is no good at all. Alright, what do we got? I wonder, is there any way it is just blasting the hell out of our ship? They'll take ammunition, adrenaline shots, things and stuff. Oh, we'll take shotgun shells. We gotta hurry up here. I don't want to pass anything up because this is an opportunity to get materials that we normally wouldn't have access to. And that guy, I mean, we come all the way up here. Drill charges, blur and flatten, color, texture and symbol, flashlight. Have to leave all this stuff behind. And we're gonna go take care of that stupid drone. Okay, fall now. Go down. It's treating it like a ladder. That's kind of neat, I guess. And I don't really care because the drone's shooting the crap out of my ship sort of way. Look at this guy. Yeah, he only had one thing to shoot at, so he went after it, and it was my ship. We're doing all right for health. What a jerk. There. That I'm afraid to go look at the ship because he just basically sat there blasting away at it for way longer than was acceptable social behavior. What else have we got in here? I'm a little bit grateful that we haven't encountered any enemies actually inside the ship. Oh, we got a door. And another ladder. And another drone shooting at our ship. And they always wait until I'm in a completely no good situation to try and deal with them. And now he's actually trying to get out of the way. Let's go for this guy. Jerks. Let's just kind of take a bit of a look. I think we're okay. Cockpit is still there. That's one of the big things. As long as we've still got a cockpit, What we don't have a lot of is storage space for the stuff that we're carrying around. We're actually going to have to make use of the ship's storage, which is kind of unexpected, actually. And just offload all the bits and pieces. Iron ore, ingots, dust, water, more dust, wood, plastic, raw material. We'll take it. And all these goodies as well. Alright. Take that guy. So apparently you can't have turrets on small ships, but you can have them on capital ships. So that, I think, is going to be our next sort of focus. It's actually moving right up into a small capital ship, so that it can defend itself. You can leave it sitting there and the turret will, you know, track around and shoot at guys that are shooting at it, instead of just being kind of a lump sitting there, taking all the hits while we're off doing whatever it is we think that we're doing to get ahead. Oh hey, this looks like a sneaky way in, maybe? Capacitor. Oh, it's just a decoration. And another capacitor. Nope, nothing there. I think this is like an elevator frame. Large thruster. We'll just take that. We only get the components back, but they're, I think, yeah, 6 flux coils and 6 advanced CPUs, well worth it. So if we see any more of those, we'll definitely be taking them with us. Capacitor deco. Is that really all we're gonna find? I mean, you don't necessarily expect a game-breaking loot haul the first time you find something worthy of exploring, because that would just be a little bit dull after a while. But at the same time, I don't think it was unrealistic to hope for a little bit more. I think we're going to go back to the other side and make sure that we didn't miss a thruster over there. Because we're in the area, we might as well do what we can. Now this guy, I don't think we've looted this guy yet. I think we looted the first guy that we found taking pot shots, yeah. And then there was this guy after the fact. So in here, maybe there's a thruster that we never even thought to look for, because we were looking for containers instead. What do we got? Very little. These are the cargo boxes that we already looted. Thruster large, yes. Beautiful. Happy to take all those goodies. So if we are going to build a small capital ship, I think it would be a good idea to kind of decide exactly what it is that we expect it to do, because the ship that we're flying around now, the Battletoad, so named because it fights and it's ugly as hell, it suffered from not really knowing what we were going to need to properly handle the situations that we were going to find ourselves in. So we learned from it, and the next ship will hopefully be better suited to dealing with that sort of thing. And realistically speaking, oh, there's a light. You could steal the components that went into making the light. Nuts. I was trying to get up there. I don't know why specifically I was trying to get up there, but I was, and I wasn't successful. So we'll try again. Egg-nabbit. So I think that's it. I think we've basically, aside from the nitty-gritty and all the components that went into making these guys, I think we've basically managed to extract everything of value from this specific site, and maybe at some other point, because it is, I believe it is marked on the mini-map, we'll be able to come back and gather up all the rest of the goodies that we left behind. Just need to check from the back if there are any large thrusters that we missed on this guy. Oh, there's a turret or a drone somewhere, and it's shooting at us. I have no idea where it is. There it is. See, it's pitch black, and I have a general idea of where it is because it's shooting, and it's not shooting at me, and the only other thing that it could be shooting at is our ship. I appear to be caught up in the terrain. Yes, I was briefly. And now, move up here. We're gonna reload because we only have one round left in this mag. Jeez. There. And we'll reload. And reload. I think he's stuck on the terrain. There we go. So dark. I think now's a good time to head back to base with our spoils before our spoils are spoiled. Look at this. So, yeah, look at this. It's a little bit tough to see, except for you can see the shadows where it's kind of caved in a little bit. Same here with this one. It's a little bit closer. An example, and all these blocks up here, they're a little bit caved in, and that's all taking damage from the guy that was shooting at us, aiming at the cockpit and aiming at the guns below the cockpit, but not being able to successfully hit it. And then, of course, there's this spot here. They were aiming at the missile pods. They got some of the blocks above the missile pods, but they didn't get the missile pods themselves. And if we come over here, if there's any deformation, it's not very significant. And this is, I'm standing on the blocks above the missile pods on this side. So the ship held out okay for what it came up against. All of the guns are still in place. All of the missile pods are still in place. We've got some blocks that we have to repair, possibly some that we have to replace. And then the next episode, we'll have a plan for what we're going to do with the goodies that we got from all these guys, and we'll take it from there. So if you want to be notified when I add the next video, the easiest way to do that is to subscribe to my channel or follow me on social media. Links for social media are in the information box below the video. Feel free to leave your comments and feedback. Thanks for watching, guys, and take care.